Welcome, MW3 here. Once again, I'm back on the Xbox Series X. Today we have another MW3 guide for you. So this is going to be a walkthrough for the Blaze Up event. Yes, we're doing this like a little bit after the event started. There are timestamps in the description, so please use those. If you need help with just a specific challenge, there's going to be a total of 11 challenges to complete in order to unlock the, whatever you want to call this thing here, DAYMARZ or whatever. But this is the actual weapon blueprint that you get when you complete all 11 challenges. It is an animated blueprint, and honestly, it's one of the better ones that they've released. It's also for the WSP Swarm, so if you're a zombies player like myself, you might actually use it. Not sure about the optic on there, but we'll take a look at what attachments it has at the end of the video. As far as other things that you get, there's a double XP token, some weapon stickers, a charm, an emblem that's actually kind of interesting in a weird sort of way. Double weapon XP token and a double battle pass XP token and a tier skip. So honestly, not that much great other than the XP tokens and the blueprint. What we have to do here is complete all 11 challenges, and the goal is going to be to get them done in a single match. There is a unique challenge for Warzone, a unique challenge for MW3, which is your regular multiplayer, and then MWZ, which is zombies. I'm a zombies player, so I'm going to do this in zombies. I think that's honestly probably the easiest way to do it. First up, we're going to have 50 Hellhound kills with a shotgun. Then we're going to have 80 critical hit kills with either a sniper rifle, marksman rifle, or battle rifle. 50 brain rot zombie kills. Complete 4 contracts. That's basically self-explanatory. Destroy 4 vehicles. That's pretty much self-explanatory as well. Get 400 kills with a wall-by weapon. That's going to be slightly difficult. Destroy 3 harvester orbs. Get 200 kills shortly after reloading with speed cola active. Get 30 mercenary critical hit kills. Get 250 kills with stamina up active, and kill 3 abominations. By abomination, we are referring to the mega abomination, though, sadly. So this is going to be pushing it to move around the map enough in one game to get it done for the video. Of course, you can do this over multiple games, and what I will be doing is grouping some of these together. So do either pay attention to the whole video or use those timestamps. Otherwise, you're probably going to be lost. Starting off, we'll group together the crit kills just to get them out of the way. So I'm going to recommend that you bring in, if you're doing this in a single match, both your shotgun and your either sniper, marksman, or battle rifle. Technically, you can find them as a wall-by weapon, but if you rely on the luck of finding a wall-by, you could be running around the entire map before you find the weapon that you want. For me, we're not going to be using the battle rifle all that much, so I'm bringing in 2 insured slot weapons. I'm bringing in the SOA Subverter, and then I'm bringing in the Lockwood 680. Yes, the Lockwood 680 did get nerfed, but when it comes to killing Hellhounds, well, pretty much anything kills Hellhounds. Obviously, I would recommend decoy grenades. I would recommend doing this by setting a tombstone, just because that makes life a little bit easier, but you can do this without setting a tombstone. So throwing knives or ether blade if you have it. As far as gear, bringing in pack-a-punch crystals and ether tools is ideal, but pretty much everything other than killing the mega abomination is going to be done in basically tier 1, tier 2 at the highest, so it really doesn't matter what you bring in if you have the option to craft them. Flawless Ethereum Crystal, Legendary Ether Tool, but pretty much any variety of crystal and ether tool would be fine. Golden Armor would be a lifesaver, and once we get to the point where we are going to be throwing away a weapon, if you want to bring in a Scorcher case for mobility, that will save you some time in the game. Once you've done your reloading kills, using a mag of holding is okay, but prior to finishing that challenge, I wouldn't actually use the mag of holding, so you may not want to bring that in with you. It's just personal preference. I do recommend bringing in a brain rot ammo mod so you don't have to find it, and if you have room right off the bat, go ahead and bring in your stamina up and your speed cola. Once you have your loadout set and you have your challenges tracked, Unfortunately, you can only track 5 challenges at a time, so I've tracked the trickier ones. Then go ahead and, just go into game. You can do it solo or in a team. It doesn't really matter. Personal preference at the end of the day. Once you get in the match, it's just going to be a matter of doing a couple contracts, which, hey, there's a challenge for that. Get a little bit of cash to buy what you don't bring in with you in terms of perks or whatnot, and then you're good to go. So I'll see you in the game in a second, and we'll start explaining how to efficiently do those challenges. Really? What the actual fuck was that? That's what I want to know. Am I actually, like, revivable, or am I just dead? Yeah, I should be, like, right at the Wonder Fizz machine, but I don't even have the option to plead for help. What the hell just happened? Alright, so basically once you get in the game, it's going to be completely personal preference. Obviously, we had that little bit of a mishap trying to get our perks on the first round, where the Mimic just insta-killed us, so super annoying on that front, but not much that we can do about that. So either set back up or use a tombstone, however you wish to go about doing that. Personal preference at the end of the day. I'm going to go ahead and get set up this match and then show you what we need to do. The contract should be self-explanatory. Just do any 4 contracts that you want. Destroying vehicles should be self-explanatory as well. Simply go ahead and find any vehicle on the map, doesn't matter what kind of vehicle it is, and then proceed to shoot the crap out of it till it says vehicle disabled and eventually finally explodes, keeping in mind that it can do a lot of damage to you. Once you destroy 4 vehicles, you will complete that particular challenge. And once you complete 4 contracts, you complete the challenge for the contract. So very easy. If you want to do both at the same time, I suggest that you do the deliver cargo contracts, because deliver cargo contracts will give you a free vehicle that you can destroy after you complete the contract. Alright, so this time we actually got pretty lucky. I found a wall-buy weapon that does happen to be in the marksman rifle classification. So we're just going to use that for the challenges. And I'm going to start off with taking down the 3 mega abominations, because I am in tier 3. So once you get geared up, it's going to be personal preference if you want to do this in one game or over multiple games. But you will need to take down 3 mega abominations. The easiest way by far to do that is by having a wonderful juggernaut suit, and then we have to just run around tier 3, kind of these bridges, or pick up the eliminate big bounty target missions to actually find a lovely little mega abomination. You always find them 2 at a time. When you don't want them, you don't find them at all when you do want them, though, unfortunately. We're also going to go ahead and just cover the harvester orbs real quick. Normally, you don't want to deal with a harvester orb that is in tier 3, because obviously the tier 3 zombies are going to be a lot more annoying to deal with. But there is a hell of a lot of tier 3 zombies, so while you're running around, try to kill the dogs with your shotgun so that they count for that. And then if you do find yourself a harvester orb, just go ahead and chase it around for a bit. This is where decoys come in handy. Harvester orbs are really annoying when they start to do that little portal animation. If you don't kill them, they will disappear. There can be 2 different spawn spots, basically one on either side in the tier 3 area, and then there's another spawn on the hill, so basically opposite where I'm at currently. You have to watch out because they will shock you if you hit them when you're right underneath them, and then you can't fire or sprint or do anything, so that's why I recommended the golden armor. And honestly, they take quite a bit to bring down, plus they're really annoying with them flying around like that. And all of these challenges, it does seem, are individually based. So if you are not the one actually getting the kill on it, this is not going to count for you. They do drop random stuff, so bear that in mind. You get your little explosion like that, and then it'll come up with your whole orb defeated thing. Do that 3 times for orbs, and then you will be golden. And they often drop ether tools, so that's a pretty easy way of getting that done. There are Mega Abomination spawn points that are pretty much right at the bridges, and these are going to be the easiest to find consistently. I recommend that you buy a Juggernaut suit. There's a bunch of different weapons that you can use that are alright against Mega Abominations, but the easiest by far method in taking them down is just to save yourself the time and frustration, pull out a Juggernaut suit, and just lay right into them. You should be able to completely shred a Mega Abomination with plenty of time left over on the Jug suit. And then you're just going to want to buy another Jug suit and go to the next bridge, or pick up a Mega Abomination, or not Mega Abomination, but Bounty Hunt. Just pick up a Bounty Hunt contract and go from there. Relatively easy and straightforward. So I'm going to go find another one once I get rid of all of these annoying ass zombies. This is a good place to get your brain rot zombie kills as well, by the way. Well, just know that I really do appreciate the support there, 19 Chaos. So a little bit of an awkward timing. Normally I have my overlay up, so you'd have, you know, the alert for the raid and everything, but I don't have it up right now just because I was trying to do this as a recording. Alright, so there we go. That's the 3rd Mega Abomination taken out. That's basically some of the hardest stuff done. Now we can move on and do any type of contract that we want for the contract completions, and of course all of our kill related stuff. Alright, so basically for the rest of our challenges here, to get them done, if you don't know how to set a Outlast contract to become an infinite spawn, you're going to do what I'm doing here, which is simply start up any Outlast contract you want. Go ahead and activate the PND. Make sure that you go in and out of this purple smoke marked area at least once before the contract reaches 35%. Once the contract is at 35%, then you're going to go ahead and just stay outside of this building. Now, this isn't going to be the absolute end-all be-all because my weapon isn't at higher pack, but we'll be able to get this done. This is going to be our shotgun hellhound kills. This is going to be our wall-by weapon kills, our crit kills, pretty much everything that we need. I completed a daily challenge there without even really trying. Now, what you're going to have to do is, depending on what Outlast contract you have, you may need to go ahead and find where the zombies are spawning. They don't always spawn in the same spot, so it's not the easiest thing in the world. Obviously, the 250 kills with stamina up active should be pretty self-explanatory. Simply buy the perk stamina up and get kills with it. We actually got that there in the tier 3 because it took so long to do the Mega Abominations. getting so many kills quickly after reloading, that's a little bit more of an annoying one. But basically reload your weapon and then go ahead and get kills with it while having Speed Cola active. As far as crit kills are concerned, it's far easier to do if you have Deadshot Daiquiri, and you can kind of just use Deadshot Daiquiri's basically glorified aimbot, so to speak, to make it super easy to just pull to the zombie's head. By setting this infinite spawn here, it's going to allow you a very easy time to spawn a crap load of hellhounds and an additional crap load of zombies. So this should all be very easy for you to do. As I mentioned earlier, I did get lucky by finding a wall-by weapon that was in the marksman, sniper, or battle rifle category, so that I'm able to get the challenges done at the same time. I'm not getting lucky with my zombies though, because they're all freaking sprinters. So this is better to do in a tier 1 area, just because the zombies usually aren't as many sprinters and you don't have to deal with the armored zombies. Obviously, stay away from picking up nukes. Go for the max ammos. You guys know the drill. This pretty much should be nothing new. But if you keep doing this, you're going to get all of the zombie kills that you need for the actual kills. And then the only other challenge that we're going to be doing right there at the end is going to be the challenge for the mercenaries. There's our 80 crit kills with the sniper rifle, marksman rifle, or battle rifle. Like I said, we're going to be getting these done pretty quick now that we got the most complicated ones out of the way. Obviously, you need 400 kills with a wall-by weapon and a bunch of kills while shortly after reloading. And it is better to buy a wall-by weapon of a higher rarity just to make this a little bit easier for you. And then obviously when you see dogs, the hellhounds, just go ahead and switch over to your shotgun and pump a nice slug in them. I'm using the Lockwood specifically so that I can do the whole reload thing on it super freaking easy, and then that just makes life so much easier because I don't have to do a long magazine reload. I can just do a short reload, throw it around in the chamber like so, shoot the dog, throw a round in the chamber, shoot the dog. Just keep repeating that process to go ahead and get those kills shortly after reloading. And then obviously on our wall-by weapon, we're going to get some kills while shortly after reloading as well. So just keep repeating this process till you finished all of your kill-related challenges to the last challenge, which is going to be our mercenary kills. You can do that really any way that you want. You can do a Merc camp, you can do a Merc stronghold, but doing a tier 2 ether extractor contract is honestly the easiest way. One tier 2 ether extractor, if you're solo and you kill all the mercenaries, especially having Deadshot Daiquiri to make sure you're grabbing those headshots with ease, you're basically gonna get your 30 kills just off of that. Like, it's honestly pretty easy. As you can see here, we're at 169 of 400 and 67 of 200 kills shortly after reloading with Speed Cola. So just go ahead and keep this up. I'll meet you in a minute. Alright, there's the 200 kills while shortly after reloading done. Like I told you guys, it's going to be a little bit annoying to do, but it is doable. There is the 400 kills while using a wall-by weapon, 400 kills with a wall-by weapon. We just got that one done as well. The only thing that we have left to do technically are 2 challenges that we just weren't able to get done in time. One being the contract completion, the other being the hellhounds. Contract completion should go without any kind of saying just complete any contract you want. The Hellhounds with a shotgun, obviously you're just going to have to use a shotgun and kill Hellhounds. If you keep doing this that I'm doing right here with any of the Outlast contracts, the amount of Hellhounds that are going to spawn are pretty crazy. So you should be able to have that done. Honestly, it's not really that entirely bad. I would be able to finish all of these challenges this game had I not had the game glitch out on me the very first time, and then also having the game glitch out, not letting me get rid of my brain rot ammo mod. And of course I want to keep my tombstone, so because I want to keep my tombstone, I'm forced to go ahead and just leave the game early, whereas if I wasn't going to be keeping my tombstone, then I wouldn't have to worry about getting out of the game early, and I could just go to final exfil or keep farming here till I actually got all of the Hellhounds that I needed. So we're going to go back in one more match just to get that final Hellhound and contract completion and go from there. Alright, so here we are going up against our last Harvester Orb because it is a little bit glitchy. You do have to get that Harvester Orb event completed, defeat it thing to actually pop up, otherwise it doesn't count for defeating the Harvester Orb. I have no idea why that's the case, but yeah, you have to do that. So, even though we had all of those Harvester Orbs the last game, unfortunately one didn't count. You can find Harvester Orbs all around the map. Usually there's one kind of up here by the power plant. A lot of times you can find them out front of the military base, up here behind the church. Literally just all over. In Tier 3, there's a spawn point like right there, right here. Up here on the hill, there was the one that I just killed here in the soccer field. So that's unfortunately going to be one of the most RNG dependent things for you to do, is to get the 3 Harvester Orbs. Alright, so basically, like I mentioned, what you want to do, pick up an Ether Extractor contract. If it's one of the Tier 2 ones, you're pretty much going to have enough mercenaries off of one contract. You can do Tier 1 to make it easier for you. Assuming that you've brought in gear similar to what I have, and you have Deadshot Daiquiri, you should have really no problems at all dealing with these mercenaries. Just whether you complete the contract or not doesn't matter. Just proceed through and make sure that you're landing those critical hits on all of these mercenaries. Some can be a little bit difficult if they're hitting you, so, you know, don't worry too much about the timer for completing the contract. We're only using this to get a boatload of mercenaries. Obviously, remember, having golden armor is going to come in clutch here, because they are going to throw a whole boatload of mercenaries at you with at least 2 or more reinforcement helicopters. Obviously, if you have a thermal optic, seeing through the smoke will be easier. Recons can be a pain because they're going to rush you and stagger you if they hit you, so yeah, you might not be getting the crit kills on them. A little bit easier if you have a weapon that can be a one-hit kill. Definitely more difficult if you approach a mercenary camp because of the counter UAV. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it here, I'm in the middle of a Merc camp in addition to what I have. But there we go, we just completed the Merc kills because I started with 7 from the previous game, and then obviously we just have this absolute ridiculous amount of mercenaries here to kill. So you're very quickly going to get those 30 mercenary kills. If you can't handle an Ether Extractor contract, you could just do mercenary camps because they're easier to clear out. And then, now that you have all of the individual challenges completed, you've seen that we unlocked that weapon. So I'll show you what the weapon actually looks like once we get back to the lobby. Obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my absolute best to help you out. Drop a comment. If you enjoy the video, definitely leave a like on it. That helps me out. If you want to go like 110% the extra mile, there is a Amazon associate link in the description of the video. And if you use that, if you click on it before ordering anything from Amazon that you might want to order, then that directly helps support the channel. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here is the event, the Blaze Up event. All 11 challenges are completed. So, DAYMARZ, that is the blueprint. Was it worth it? This is the showcase portion, I guess you could say. So, yeah, I would say probably this is going to need to have more than a few pieces stripped on it. I mean, it does have the hip shot laser on it, so if you're going to tack stance with it, then, I mean, I guess you could keep the laser on there. The optic, I would not keep the optic on there, but that's just personal preference. I mean, it looks like ass. It does work, but you're probably going to hip fire or tack stance with it anyways, so, yeah. See how some of the mastery camos look with it. I mean, that's an interesting effect on Golden Enigma, but Golden Enigma doesn't look too good with that gun in the first place. No, that does not lend itself well to Zychron Scale. Definitely does not lend itself well to Serpentine. How about Borealis? Yeah, Borealis is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty neat. What about multiplayer mastery? No, pretty much like the same thing. No. How about Interstellar? Interstellar is just basic black. I guess it's not too bad with Interstellar, but it's definitely not that great. What about the last special camo that we got? Nah, the green and fire just green and fire doesn't do it. But I do think that the Borealis is pretty tight on that. So that actually looks pretty dang good, if I'm being honest. And I'm not a fan of the WSP swarms, but now as far as it being akimboed, yeah, it's got the light effect on both weapons. You can time which gun's firing with which one's lit up green if you really want to. Make it look extra cool. But yeah, there you go. That is how you complete the event and get the DAYMARZ blueprint, which is actually surprisingly a blueprint that looks good with the mastery camo for a weapon that's actually kind of decent. So we're gonna save that as a custom blueprint, so I can use that in zombies, and I'll continue on stream, let you guys see how the gun performs in zombies. I hope that you enjoyed the guide. I know it was a little bit broken up. We had a lot of glitches that occurred, so yeah. Remember, drop a like on the video, leave a comment maybe. Till next time, stay frosty.